Welcome back to Louisville Now. We're at the Louisville Zoo. And why do most people come to the zoo? Well, they come to the zoo to see some animals, right? And I have now with me James McKinney and Laura Willoughby. James, you're Curator of Birds, right here with the Louisville Zoo. And we have Laura, who's a bird keeper. And we have, I believe they're Beans and Anya.
That's right.
Correct? Okay. Can you tell us a little about Beans and which one's which?
Yeah, so here with Laura is the eastern screech owl. His name is Beans.
Beans.
His official name is baked beans because he's the color of a baked bean. So he's the
Okay.
red phase of an eastern screech owl. This is Anya. She is a barn owl, and they are both native to North America.
Okay, very cool. So are they native to actually here in Kentucky?
Yeah, so you'll find both in Kentucky. Barn owls are found throughout all of the Americas, really, about to the southern part of Canada, all the way into South America. Eastern screech owls, like the little guy here, he's found only on the eastern side of North America. But there is also a western screech owl that's found in the western part of North America.
So obviously, I mean, they're birds. They could fly away, but they're staying with us here, right?
Sure, yeah. So we actually raised Anya from an egg. She hatched here at the zoo. And Beans here was parent reared. He came to us from the Akron Zoo. And then we finished rearing him after he fledged. So they're very familiar with people. We train them to be what's called a glove bird. So they know how to put on equipment like these jesses and their leashes. They come out on glove for us. And we can even fly them in a contained space, So they're well trained with us. We're actually both very young. So Anya here is about 6 months old.
Oh, wow.
And Beans is about 4 months old.
Oh, wow. But this is their full size?
They are, yeah, fully grown. They get full grown at about 6 to 7 weeks of age.
Really?
Yeah, birds grow really fast.
Oh, wow. And what's their longevity then?
Well, eastern screech owl and this, they don't live terribly long in the wild. They'd be lucky to make it to 10 years. But in our care, probably into the late teens.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. So obviously there are some unique characteristics to owls, right?
Yes.
So can you share some of what those characteristics are?
Sure. So they have huge eyes. You can see their eyes are actually so big and their skulls that there's no room for muscles to attach. And so they actually have to turn their head in order to focus on anything new. So that's when you see the owls turning their head so often. That's why. They also have really soft feathers. So when they fly at night, they're almost silent.
Oh, wow.
So they can sneak up on prey at night because they do hunt at night
Is it true that they can kind of turn their heads all the way around?
So the official statement is 270 degrees. That's how far around they can turn. So
You're proving.
she's showing us very well what she can do.
Okay. So did you say how Anya's name came about?
It was from the keepers actually. It's kind of a funny story, but they shortened it down to Anya. So beautiful name for her, right?
Yes, absolutely. Now, how many owls are there here at the zoo?
We also have a great horned owl, another screech owl, and one other barn owl that we house behind the scenes as ambassadors to, going through training to come out like this and meet guests and be ambassadors for their species, and other owls too.
That's fantastic. And again, they are indigenous to Kentucky.
Yes.
Right? And so you may see one of these owls out in the wild, but if you were to see one of these owls out in the wild, you shouldn't try to interact with them as we are now.
Yeah, no, there's no reason to interact with them, and they wouldn't interact with you either. And it's very unlikely to see them. You may see them moving around during the day. A screech owl even harder to see, but you mostly hear them at night. So a screech owl makes this very characteristic high-pitched whinny sound, like a tiny little horse. And then the barn owl, they can make this very scary sound at night, which probably gets them associated a little with Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect time. It's good timing for you, Anya, right now, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a barn and a screech. Is that how they got their names? The noise and the
Noises,
very
yes,
friendly?
and then a barn owl. They usually nest in cavities in trees, but throughout like human habitation, they've found that these barns that usually have openings at the top or something, very much mimic that, and they'd nest in there, stay there during the winter, and then also barns attract a lot of mice. And these guys are super efficient at hunting mice. So that's why they got named barn owl.
Okay.
I have a quick question. If you are in nature and you're looking for a screech owl, they're often in the holes of trees. And how about the barn owls? Obviously in a barn, I would imagine. But
Yeah, they're a little more like screech owls are mostly in forests. Barn owls, you'll see them out over fields and stuff, especially old abandoned barns. That's a good place to look for them.
Very cool. And I know you kind of did a site survey here to make sure, so they like to know where they're going, owls, is that correct? Before you bring them
Oh
into...
yeah, like just in terms of like training and stuff, yeah, we like to condition them to certain different spaces, before we take them there. So, but that's part of the whole training process, is trying to condition them to all sorts of different things in their environment, so they're very resilient and able to go out there.
And I think I can see Bean's, I'm assuming these are ears, right? Are they Bean's ears?
They aren't his ears. They
Okay.
look like it. They're called ear tufts.
Okay.
So they actually help to break up his silhouette when he's like sitting in a tree.
Oh.
So it kind of makes him blend in. You almost, they're both camouflaged really well, so he can look like part of a tree. Great horned owls, a species that's even bigger than Anya here, also have those ear tufts.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Getting comfortable. There we
And
go.
where are Anya's ears?
So yeah, birds don't have physical extremity ears like we do. They just have holes in the side of their skull.
Uh-huh.
Hers are right behind her eyes. They're underneath the feathers, but she still has really excellent hearing. And they're even those ear holes are like located asymmetrically, so sound hits them at a different speed, and they can kind of estimate exactly where that sound is coming from. Say a mouse in like total darkness.
Wow.
Yeah.
So these are two of the exciting animals that you can experience here at the Louisville Zoo. Come on down to Louisville Zoo, see everyone, all the other animals that are available, like Letterman, who's behind us, the giraffes, all this stuff going on. Boo at the Zoo still going on until the 30th, and we had these two of the characters that were taking part. Thank you for joining us for Louisville Now here at the Louisville Zoo. We look forward to seeing you around the zoo. Thank you.